Well, happy Easter weekend, everybody. This is Caveman, and I'm not the Caveman. I am just the movie Caveman. And I don't really have a cave. And I don't really have a super outfit. I'm just a regular guy with a scruffy beard. Well, not so scruffy anymore because I chopped it all down. Kind of like I chopped the grass down earlier, but I missed the spot, as you can see. And we're out in the country, so that explains the burn barrels. And I'm not going anywhere this weekend because this is me. And this is, I guess, was my daily driver with all the cat prints. And we are down. And unfortunately, they don't have a spare. And I hate that fix-a-flat stuff. And this is the shame. This was my dream car at one time. I'd like to get it back to there. It runs. It just needs a bunch of fluid changes and a little cleanup, of course. It has about 200 to 300 horsepower. It's got a bigger turbo on it. It's got a diverter valve. You might know what that is. Put different springs in it to hold more pressure. That is storm right there. Getting ready to storm off into the field. Although I don't see the cows in their pasture. It's a little soggy out here. Oh, she's cowering. How you doing there, girl? First, she's got to get out today. I've been feeling great, and the weather. Although the weather's pretty nice, except for the apparent allergies that I always deny that I have. And as a special treat, I thought I would show you why we live where we live. And this is a solar fence. The ribbon tape or whatever. And down on the other end, down there, there's, well, just before the green gate. I'll just show you this real quick. That black box is down there, and I'll try to zoom in on it real quick. That black box hanging inside that post, and we'll get a closer look at it later when I get done. That is a solar thing for a little battery that puts out about, I don't know, 2 to 4 volts. Just enough to put a little kick in their step. And we had to do that because their teeth and their molars, they're constantly growing. Kind of like their shoes. Now, I may show you some shoes up here, and they, depending on how they take to me, but they may be a little cracked or chipped, but I assure you that is normal. These are retired racehorses they come to us from other circumstances, and when I get closer to them, I'll mention them and bring them up. Avoid the minefield. And this is Happy. Can you say hello, Happy? Yeah, you are. We've got a lot of Amish people here. And there's our farrier, who is a person who treats feet on our horses. And this one needs a look soon. Sometimes I like to lay down in the mud and stuff, but everybody say goodbye to Happy. And we're trying to flip this camera thing. I can never figure out how to do it. How do I do it? It's not wanting to cooperate. This is D. D's a little skittish. And this lady right here is the newest one. Forgive me, I can't remember her name. But I think she's like 16 or 17. She came to us from Versailles. Lovely couple there. Had some challenges arise in her life, and they could no longer take care of this beauty. So we hired a trailer to come back to our place and drop her off. And that was basically the only cost to us, other than feed in the winter and some other stuff. Well, at least Happy likes me. We're gonna walk down here to this shed where we, or I guess today rather, camp out here sometimes in the rain like it was doing earlier. And saw the squishy sounds in the background. And it's not squish. Oh, he's pumping me. You want a little attention? Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's see if we can get a little side-by-side action here. Come on. Come on. Come on, girl. Boy, I mean. So anyways, Amish I was speaking about earlier. This thing was built about 10 years ago. Maybe 11 or 12 by now, but anyways, when they first set up here, they built this thing, and it's kind of a muck in there right now. Need to get like a little bobcat in there and clean all that out. These are the gates that were in the front, which prevented us from being able to put a bobcat back there. So this is like 6 months old, but and then they finish off the ends. See like where the little notch goes? This portion up here was missing. So some dismantling, they took those gates down and made it kind of weather tight, at least on 3 sides. Like to try to put something back in there to get them to have not so much on the in the way of mud when they're standing. Unfortunately, it means we got to take about 2 feet of mud out of there. And once we take that 2 feet of mud out, then we've got to find lye and put that down on the ground first. Probably put like a vapor barrier or something down. Put the lye down, and then put gravel like is in our driveway in there. And we're getting water. That's what the truck is up there. We have to be on a cistern in order to be able to get water. And so basically what that is like a 400 to 600 gallon tank, concrete tank that is put down into the ground and is plumbed to the house with a pump that, if you're not careful, will freeze. Because we are in Kentucky, kind of in the hills of Kentucky, not too far from Elizabethtown, which is probably our closest elevation to what we are right now, which is kind of considered in the mountains, but not really in the mountains. It's not like the Smoky Mountains, but I don't know. Eating some nature's grub. And then we get these, we take hay from our own property, not from here. This 5 acres is for only the horses, and they say that 1 horse in a season can eat an acre of grass. So we have 4, and there's no real risk of running into that happening. And I don't know if you can see the white way out there. Yeah, way out there. That is hay rolled and covered in plastic. Unfortunately, sometimes that plastic is covered with twine. And if you know about like dogs and socks and all that kind of stuff, it's not good when it gets into their digestive system. We had a donkey that is really good at protecting against coyotes. Protect chickens, horses, cows, anything from a coyote. And from a wolf, I would imagine. There's been times that we've seen Donkey, that was his name, short for Don Quixote. Yeah, sorry. I had a great laugh. And that's a little closer of the water truck. But this is what I'm talking about. This hay, and we have to move this ring. This ring is portable, I'll show you here in a second. It's not in concrete or anything, but I can see that, but it lifts a little bit. I really need to drop the camera and do it with both hands, but any rate, and this is rare. Happens, unfortunately. And then when we get our hay, it is stored over by the shed. This guy next to us is a farmer, and he has some cows. And I guess I'll show you the cows, but since I found where they're at. And it's hot. I need to do this more, really. It's just, my days consist mostly of pain, unfortunately. And if you want to know, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to cover it here. So, anyways, so sorry about the jumpiness. There they all are. It's about 2 acres away from where I'm standing. Because that to that bush back there is about 2.5 acres. Of course, we're zoomed in. I'm zoomed out. But follow the fence line all the way down, the bushes, green bushes, bright green. Those are the backside of the fence. And on the other side of that is a creek. You can see the tree line goes all the way down. And there's a creek there. And I don't know if you can see it on the hilltop there. That is our closest neighbor. Now this neighbor, I don't know, I guess they're closer. Yeah. They're closer, definitely easier to get to. I'd have to have a rubber plant whip and everything else to be able to trudge up that hill to get to that neighbor. It looks like a warehouse. Maybe, but anyways, I digress. We will walk over to these beauties one more time. Trying to kill a little bit of time. I'm kind of sick right now, so I don't have COVID or nothing, but just to be respectful to our water guy, I'm not gonna go up there and say anything to him. Although he's a great guy. But anyways. This is a pretty nice place. Got a lot of plans for it. Unfortunately, the pain aspect of doing it all. And unfortunately, we are, this isn't stereotypical, but we are an hour away from the nearest Home Depot or Lowe's. And most people know the trades, they don't like coming out this far, especially with gas prices. And I'm a cheapskate, as you will see in upcoming videos. This isn't really heartfelt or anything, I just kind of filling you guys in a little bit about me and kind of what my day-to-day is. Walk through and divide the Red Sea. These two red horses are gonna split right when I walk between them. Want to bet? I bet you. Nope. Don't get the opportunity. You boy. Huh? You need a bath. You like a bath? You like me to spray the hose on you? Oh, we got something. Cocklebur. These guys love cockleburs. Well, that is that. And we are dangerously walking behind a horse. Don't do that at home, kids. If they get startled or anything, those back feet are coming up and you're going to have cracked ribs for sure. Probably had the breath knocked out of you and probably even killed. But didn't mean to bring everybody down though. So, trying to quickly get up here. If I knew how to edit, I would edit this. But unfortunately, I do not. Reached out to a few people and they either want money or something in exchange, and I respect that. People got to make a living. If I could, I would get help from them. And this is going to go around like that and put it into there. So, this is my haul. Wedding Singer, come on, a classic. Love story of Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. This was before he ventured out on his own to make his own movies. So, being there was something, a weird little movie I saw as a kid with my mom. Conan the Barbarian, Good Arnold. Listen guys, I'm really out of breath, I gotta go. But we will see you on the next one.